What's up? So we've got this story going on where everything is cold and dark, and it's like cold and wet and dark and scary, and there's no colors anywhere, and we have this expectation. We're scared. We have this expectation that things aren't going to go good because the settings are wrong. It's like we're factory settings. It's like we're a photographer. We're taking pictures of the world, but we've got our lenses like totally saturated to the extreme. The value is to the extreme, and all this stuff. And so the world looks pretty crazy, and we think that's the way it is when we don't realize that our camera settings are just turned to the extreme. Now, in real life, in this human experience, our brain sort of works kind of like it has those different settings where your brain can be wired in a certain way where your whole experience may seem cold and dark, just because of neural connections that you have. Now, the power, the force behind the human emotions, the human brain, is thought. It's thought. It's an invisible energy. It's an invisible force. And we can connect to this by dropping our assumptions and expectations, by just basically opening up. So, the factory settings are going to be a much richer emotional experience, which comes from a connection to pure consciousness. Then you have a rich emotional experience, and then your world is much richer, and then it's not going to be like, it's not going to feel too cold all the time or too hot all the time. It's not going to feel too dark all the time or too light all the time. It's not going to feel too, you're not going to experience these extremes because you have you're not going to experience extremes in these awful ways because you're going to have a rich emotional experience out of which your world is going to be richer. So factory settings.